youth is poverty. We can't shy away from the fact that a lot of youth in Nigeria. Now, how can you as a party ameliorate the social problem, which I can say is a social cancer?
Abroad life. Say abroad life.
Abroad life, Yankee life. Hey, DJ Big Shot in the building. Alright.
Abroad life.
You see me? You see me, I say. I walk.
GCFR, leaders of all APC at various levels, all protocol duly observed. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Edo APC in diaspora, I welcome you all to our first official meeting and symposium. I want to use this opportunity to thank all APC supporters and visionaries in Nigeria for voting the party in last general election that saw the Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu to office. The meeting is imminent for our familiarization and strategies of the task ahead. We have here some dignitaries, potential aspirants, and representatives who will be speaking to us shortly on the way forward and to tell us the area we can come in as members of Edo APC in diaspora. I also want to enjoin Edo people to vote APC come 2024 to ease development in all areas of Edo, as Edo people will stand to benefit more if we have same party, APC, in both state and the national level to facilitate development we have always yearned for. We can recall that a meeting like this has birthed several leaders piloting the affairs of our nation today and should not be seen as one to be taken for levity. Hence, I join all sundry to see it as a means to a positive expectation for diaspora participation in national and state politics, and to have a square peg in a square hole. Thanks. Long live Nigeria. Long live Edo State. Long live APC. Long live Edo APC in diaspora. Thank you all for your support. So what I have there is just that for us, we are all from, most of us here are from Edo, and we are looking towards 2024, and we have aspirants that we invited to speak on some topics, but because of one reason or the other, they couldn't make it, but we have people that is going to speak on those topics. Like we have the person of my brother now, Honorable Frank, is going to speak on behalf of Honorable Dennis Idahosa. The actual speaker we're supposed to have that will speak on the various items are, because we consulted them physically and through media too, to invite them. Because of the issues back right now, they couldn't make it for one reason or the other. Like we tried to cover the state. We have three central districts. Edo Central, we invited Professor Osumbo. I met with him at Uji Grant, and we negotiated this arrangement. He's aware of this program. Then Honorable Minister Clement Agba from Edo North was equally contacted. Then Honorable Dennis Idahosa was equally contacted. Then Pastor Osagie was equally contacted, and Honorable E.J. Agboanyima. So they are all aware of this program. And definitely we're going to have one that will be in Osadebe Avenue. We have to put our voice there from international level. Thank you all. So the next item now is going to be the topic that is going to be handled by Dr. Lasa Braimo. Please, we're going to take on the topic of security and job creation with economy, human resources management. Before the next speaker, comfort, please.
APC.
Progress.
APC. Progress. I want to say a very big thank you for the privilege to be part of this meeting, and a very big thank you to those of us who deem it fit to be part of the program. One of the critical things that I've seen as a young man growing up is I've always admired a sane environment when it comes to dealings. Even as a student and as a teacher, I like a sane environment when it comes to dealing. And on the issues that have been bedeviling our nation is security, economy, and even the human resource management. If you take a critical look, some persons left Nigeria to most countries, not because Nigeria is a bad place, but these key areas have been a source of threat to the existence and the vision some persons hold. On that note, how do we manage security as a nation? One of the best ways to combat the issue of security is ensuring that the entire environment where an individual exists contains the necessary amenity for the vision and the progress of that individual. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. On the issue of security, there are key targets and baits that come and call for terrorism in any nation. One of the best ways to combat such targets is this. You identify the things that are leading or pushing people to take a drastic step. There are always baits and key targets for terrorism in every nation. How do you identify them? In our environment, in even our house, you see a rebellious child who tries to raise voice or suppress even his elders. From that place, if you start taming that child, knowing that there is a value in respect, that child you have started, that is the first step to tame domestic insecurity. And another aspect of it is your environment. You see a group of people teaming together. When you see a group of people teaming together to go and combat a particular individual, and you think it's just normal thing, they are friends. This one dealt with this man, that is why he had to call his friends to go and fight for him. That is another form of insecurity, which has led to courtesan in our nation. I am sure those of us that are in developed society, you can see those things don't exist here. In anywhere you see things like that, they are easily tamed. That is the issue of security. I don't want to go in depth on that because I have 5 topics that are merging together. So insecurity as a nation, we must first put some certain things in place so that when we are combating insecurity, we will know the root cause and where they are developing from and how to tackle it at that apex level. The next aspect I'll be talking about here is job creation. How many of you know this, that if you have a good road in, let's say we have good road network in our entire state and transportation network, and we have electricity. By this, good road network and electricity and the security we just talked about, automatically economy of a nation can be promoted having these two. I just want you to imagine, go back to Nigeria, you see constant electricity, and you see good roads to drive on. Do you know that if you go to Nigeria with 200,000, you can live a good life when you have these two things in place? For example, you won't have to go and buy fuel of 20,000 for your generator because you know that 20,000 naira can be used to do another thing. So your economy has been boosted by 20,000 naira because you are not spending that money on fuel. If you have a little Beetle car, that Beetle car can be used for a number of years because you don't have to change tires and the hubs that are the hubs of tires. By that, if you have to do that 10,000 naira, the road network of your country has boosted the economy by 10,000 naira. So anything you fix in a society has an aftermath effect in the economy of the individuals living in that country. For example, most of you drive here. How many times have you changed your shock in your vehicles in abroad here? Have you have to change your shock? You will do that virtually every 3 months in Nigeria. So whenever you fix some social amenities, automatically you are taking care of economy. That is the aspect I would like. It's just like touching the top surface. If we have to go in depth, you and I know that we'll be here all through. And another key area is the human resource management. I have never seen a nation that succeed without having an able youth and intellect. Do you know an average Nigerian in the university wants to make a good grade so that they can apply for masters outside the country? Those that are very smart. Sure. Now, what are we doing to our human resource? We are losing them gradually. How do you even manage human resources? I will be talking about human resource management in 3 folds. Number 1, I will be talking about the school, let's say the school teachers. If I want to manage the entire school teachers in my country, and I have 18 local governments in Edo State, and each of these local governments, I have taken it upon myself that I will build 2 standard secondary school and primary school in each of these 2 local governments that can take at least 10% of the children. These two primary schools can take 10% of those children in each of the local governments. I have a very mighty school. After building the one I am building, let me use Igwebe. I want to take a teacher from Edo State to Igwebe. And that teacher has a family house and everywhere where the teacher resides in Igwebe. I'm taking this teacher from this place to that side without making an appropriate plan for the teacher's accommodation. How will the children be taken care of? How will this teacher manage the family? You see, these are human resource management that we neglect in our nation. If I build these two schools, for example, let me open this for you. I build these two schools. I put in housing hostels for teachers. In this hostel slot I have for teachers, I also have a feed for a resort center for teachers. Where if they are staying in that place, their children are there, they can go to resort center to go and play. Everything are in Igwebe 1, because I'm building 2 schools. I still have it in the other branch of Igwebe. And all these resources are in that place. And I open it up. These schools have been fixed. If you know you want to go to Igwebe as a teacher, please fill your form. Any area you want to go in all these 18 local governments, fill the form and submit. As a teacher, and you know that these amenities are present in that environment, everything is provided, everything you want is being provided for in that environment. As a teacher, the truth is, if you were staying in a room and parlor or 2-bedroom flat here, and you know I have a 3-bedroom flat with a resource center where your kids will play, and I have a standard, a good road network that is linking that school to the city center with transportation system, walking transportation system, you will leave that 2-bedroom to go and stay in that beautiful house there, because it's like a secluded environment, and every teacher needs a serene environment for teaching. That is the aspect of teacher. That is how to manage human resources. You don't post anybody to any place without making adequate provision for their welfare. And another aspect of it, I want to talk about the artisans we have in the state. If I have an artisan in my state and I'm a governor of a state, I know this person is a welder. It is almost impossible to have a welder the way the economy is, that maybe a welder that is coming up to get something meaningful in his like a house, good house and everything. Do you know, as a governor, I can go to each of these local governments and build like 30 houses. These things are not expensive. I know what I'm talking about. They are not expensive. I built 30 houses each in 18 local governments. I said these houses are for artisans. Any artisans that must buy that house will show me a proof of tax payment of 2 years that he has been paying tax to the government. I will give you this house on a mortgage if you can pay 30% and you give me plan of how you are going to pay the remaining in the next 5 years. Don't make it 10 years. Just make it 5 years. Give me a plan on how you can pay the remaining in the next 5 years. This house worth 12 million. But if you can give me 2 million or 3 million, tell me how you can pay the rest in the next one. 12 million is too big. I'm telling you the truth. You can get, as a government, I know that Borough Pit, I control Borough Pit as a governor. And you want to tell me the sand they will use in building the housing estates, I will still go and be buying it. I will just allocate one side for myself and take whatever I want. But if I must contract it, I must have an incentive. Now, if I have it for the artisans that are working that have a proof of tax payment, every artisan will want to pay tax because they know that when they have a proof of tax payment for 2 years, they can actually get a house and a mortgage. You are managing the resources in the artisan sector. I don't know if we are following. These are some of the human resource management that every nation. Yeah, in abroad, if you don't have a government work, you have a private work and you are paying tax, you are also entitled to those people who have a normal salary payment. I'm sure many of us are aware of this. That is the aspect of what artisans. And the other aspect of it is incentives. How do you create an incentive? If this man has a company and he employs 30 persons, he has a company employed 30 persons in my state, I will do a tax waiver for him such that he don't need to pay the kind of tax that this man who has a lot is paying. How many of you, we have different tax systems. You know what? There's a regressive tax system and a progressive tax system, among others. When you earn 50,000 naira and you are paying a tax of 15,000, it's a regressive tax system. So we must learn to introduce what they call an incentive to those people who have created job for others, because they are also paying. And if we want to talk, that is the aspect of human resource I would like to also talk about. I don't want us to go in depth when it comes to human resource management. And the other aspect is economy. How do you boost an economy of a nation? By everything I've said before, how do you fix these entire areas I've said before? And you tell me that you have not boosted an economy. How? It is not possible for a nation to be having a good road network, electricity, have a standard tax system and every others, and you say economy will not improve. Economy will improve because automatically investors will find your area attractive to come and put investment.
It is so, and that you have done it. Well, I stand before you today with great humility and gratitude as I address this esteemed Diaspora APC Symposium in Germany. I bring you warm greetings from Honorable Dennis Idahosa, the member representing Ovia Federal Constituency. Regrettably, he couldn't be here in person today, but he sends his regards and profound appreciation for the honor of speaking at this special occasion. My name is Honorable Frank Adebudo, and I am privileged to convey his message to this distinguished gathering. I want to express my heartfelt appreciation to the chairman, the special guest of honor, and all esteemed guests present here today. Your dedication and commitment to the progress of our great party, the APC, serves as a beacon of hope for the nation. The theme of this symposium, as it is stated, infrastructural and youth development and women and youth involvement in nation building and political participation, is both timely and crucial for the advancement of our country. As a young legislator myself, I firmly believe that the future belongs to the youth, and it is incumbent upon us to ensure that they are given the necessary opportunities and support to take on leadership roles. It is evident that the challenges of unemployment, high debt rates, militancy, and cultism pose significant obstacles to our nation's progress. Therefore, we must engage in reforming the minds of our youth and empowering them to understand their responsibilities in nation building. Drawing from my personal experience, I know that young leaders possess the energy, exposure, and experience to deliver the dividends of democracy to their constituents effectively. When I was first elected as a member of the House of Representatives, I approached my responsibilities with clear vision and determination. I focused on prioritizing projects that will benefit my constituents, irrespective of political considerations. For instance, I am proud of the 37.4-kilometer electrification projects in Inihoroga of Ovia Southwest local government. Although some question the project's depth, I knew it was essential for the progress of my people. I continue to embark on projects that positively impact the lives of my constituents, and the results speaks for themselves. With over 100 projects spread across 23 wards in my constituency, including the construction of 22 schools with basic infrastructures, I firmly believe that education is the foundation of any thriving society. Without adequate infrastructure in our educational institutions, we can not hope for truly prosperous future. The transformative infrastructural development I witnessed in Governor Adams Oshomole's administration motivated me to join politics. Just as Germany serves as a reference point for its exceptional infrastructure, I believe Edo State can also become a symbol of progress and development in Nigeria. We possess the human and material resources to lead in various fields, be it in tourism, education, innovation, or the delivery of world-class infrastructure. Furthermore, empowering women is critical to empowering home and communities. I am proud to have supported women by providing grants for their enterprises, empowerment, materials, and trainings. Recognizing the integral role they play in society, my project in Ovia prioritized the welfare of women and youth, and I pledge to continue advocating for their active involvement in leadership positions. In line with my commitment to youth empowerment, I founded the Edo Accord movement, which played a significant role in the Governor Obasaki's emergence. Numerous youths found their footing in politics through the platform, ascending to position of influence in governance. To move Nigeria forward, it is critical to note that we must enhance the potential of our youth and the dedication of our women. They are not just the leaders of tomorrow, but also the leaders of today. It is my solemn promise to provide platforms for the youth and women to lead, ensuring that they are integral to the every aspect of our nation-building efforts. In closing, I express my sincerest gratitude for the opportunity to address this gathering with your unwavering support. Like I have said earlier, we can transform Edo State into the vision we all share and collectively create a prosperous Nigeria that we can all be proud of. At this point, I want to thank you all, and may God bless Edo State and the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Long live Edo State, long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. APC! Progress. APC! Progress. Yes, it has not been shown that we are not hungry, that we are ready. God bless you.
Thank you.
All right. Akugbe. Akugbe. Let's say, no, not hungry, right? All right. A very, very good afternoon, each and every one of you. My names are Dr. Dion Osagie. I am the president founder of a God Sent Foundation. God Sent Foundation is a non-profit organization that has been able to transform lives with the help of Edos in diaspora. I beg, when I clap for ourselves. We cannot shy away from the fact anymore that the Edos in diaspora play a major role in when I clap. So you see, Edos in diaspora play a major role in the development of Edo states. If you look back in the last election, it was those in diaspora that pretty much did everything. So I know that in 2024, those in diaspora also have a very important role to play. So this is a great time and a great platform. I own one of the biggest platforms in Edo State as well. This is a good time for us to hold our brand, for us to tell them, you know what, this is what we want, this is what we don't want, and at the end of the day, we all are going to be happy. Please, God send friends, God send family, viewers around the world, we are going to do our best to partner with our best candidates so that we can move our children, our community, our family forward. I'm encouraging you not to give up on our people. Don't give up in Nigeria. Don't give up in those states. Continue to support our work, Godsend Foundation. Oba Gatokbe. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, I will now want our guest. If you have any question or you have any message to send to the viewers out there, to all our aspirants, this is an opportunity for you to put out your questions, so that if you can't assign it now, I think they will have on their record too. Because as we are doing this program, it's a worldwide program, it's viewed all over the world. So if you know what to say for Edo 2024.
My name is Festus Osagie. I reside here in Germany. And I'm directing this question to the first speaker. Sorry, pardon me, I don't know your name. You cited development in Edo State using the logistic company here in Deutschland, that's DHL as an example. Now, we all know that the average problem in Edo State is, for the youth, is poverty. We can't shy away from the fact that a lot of youth in in Edo State are poor. Now, how can you, as a party, ameliorate the social problem, which I can say is a social cancer in Edo State, knowing the fact that the state is suffering from gross moral decadence? The youth in Edo State are suffering from moral decadence. You see most of them going to illicit things just to make ends meet. It's a result of the fact that the government is not doing their best. Now, as a party, how can you ameliorate this problem, knowing fully well that the APC in Edo State is having, as I know, is having a political epilepsy? How can you ameliorate this problem? So if you are telling us here in Deutschland that we should come as a God-sent family to support the APC, sorry for saying this, but I have to say that how can you solve this social problem in Edo State? And when you give us answer, then we can back you. Thank you.
First of all, I don't agree with the aspect of you using such phrase to qualify even the worst incidents in states you are from. You know, I'm a very patriotic Nigerian and even a diehard Edo man. I don't like any negative word being used in my state. What if I may ask you, what are the major causes of poverty? How do you classify a poor person? What are the criteria? What will you see in any individual? You say this person is poor. I want us to. Please hold on. We are talking. We are not arguing. If you see, when you can identify the cause of a problem, automatically that problem is half solved. For example, you said I keep using myself as an example whenever I want to explain some certain things. If you do not have a goal, you live like a goat. As a young man, if you see a goat walking like this and you kind of scare the goat, he faces another direction and starts running. Why? He never had the intention of going to that place. I have never seen a young man who wants to become anything in life that is circumstance derail. If you see a young man, anybody who wants to become anything, if he says he wants to become a medical doctor, the circumstance will push that young man around. But one day, he will still get close to that direction. No. Let me tell you the truth. I had an intention of becoming a telecom engineer. I wrote JAM, and I was given something else. When I got to that, but my intention is to become a telecom engineer. What happened? I said, and I asked them, since I already got this course, how can I become a telecom? They said, if you can get a total associate 4.5 CGPA in 100 level, you can switch from this place to this place. Are you getting it? What happened? I sat down, I started reading. I started reading, and I got a CGPA that is far, far bigger than that. And automatically it was clear. When I was preparing for that, I still wrote another JAM, which gave me the course I wanted. And that other aspect, he also gave me what I wanted. And I become what I intended to be. First of all, I have a goal. And there is already a solution. The solution is hard work, determination. And don't ever, as a young man, have a singular solution to a multiple problem. If you use one approach to solve 10 problems, there's tendency for failure. Edo State as a state, that state you are looking at today, you would think we don't have brains in that place. People are intelligent there. They have visions. And most of them are pursuing that vision and they are getting it. I'm telling you that most of them are getting what they want. But the truth is that most of them are also failing because of failure of the society. I made mention of so many things that these are the best way to ameliorate poverty in the state. If you can change the security system of a state, you can create jobs by ensuring that we have good road electricity. If you have light, I stayed in Abuja at a point. The level of light we have in Abuja was far, far better than what we had in Benin. Do you know that when there was no job in Abuja, when I had no job in Abuja, I created a laundry company, a place where you have people to do the washing, and I do the distribution, I do the marketing. What happened? Because there is electricity, I was able to create a job. And imagine a state that has good road network and electricity. The poverty level, you just said is, you asked a question. The solution to your question is, when we put a government that will listen to us, that we are diasporas. If you see that the government is coming into power, we team up, all of us can team up and say, this man, because of this vision he has, because of this thing and this thing, don't ever look at party. You know, sometimes we make that mistake. For example, if somebody like Denko wants to contest as a governor, it will be it's only a mad youth that will not vote him and say because he's in a political party like this. I want us to be sincere. Let's be realistic. Now, if you see a man without a pedigree and they come to tell you that this man is a thief, like for example, the last election was bettered based on propaganda. Oshomole, he said they should share government money. 90% of Nigerians, they stood. Oshomole said they should bring government money. Now money where they not share, now cost quarter so. Now money where the Oshomole Obaseki not share, now your cost quarter so. Since we not they share the money, can you mention some meaningful development? I'm not trying to vilify anybody. Yeah. The last election was better. The governor we have today his second term was better based on propaganda. If you and I become rational to take a candidate based on pedigree, this man have done this before. When he had this opportunity, he did this. When we gave him this opportunity, he did this. And we are voting this man based on this and this and this that he has done. Oshomole political career was rendered useless in the Edo South based on propaganda. Do you know Edo North said because of this and this that he has done, Oshomole will go to Senate. Today is in Senate. He came back to power based on his pedigree. If you have opportunity, my brother, when you have opportunity to vote or promote or sponsor a candidate, do not sponsor your brother because you said he is your brother. I cannot vote. I can decide to leave my own biological brother based on what I know he has done wrong. To vote somebody I know it is good. That is how to raise a nation. Some of you may never like Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes, most people may never like him. I went with Pastor Amori, we campaigned, and we ensured we voted for him. Why? Because he has a pedigree. People may not like his style as he's starting now. I'm telling you the truth. My friend is an Igbo guy, my good friend. Sorry, sir. My friend is a strong Igbo guy, very intelligent guy. He works with NNPC. He made a first class. He was in NNPC. He did not vote for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He had so much hatred. He said, no, cannot vote for him. He's old and everything. Do you know when we were talking last week, I can bring out the call with some of his conversation. Do you know what he said? He said, that man is a spiritual. Who are these people coming to fix refineries? He said, if people came to fix, they are fixing our refineries codedly. He does not want to make it public. That when it's over, they will kill down the fuel price.
Now, you made a statement that whatever you want to become in Edo State as a youth, you can become it. Now, we are here gathering, majority of us here are God-sent family. Now, I want to say this to the whole house. Citing Osagie as an example in Edo State. Now, that has a goal, like you said, as a youth.
What we can assure you, my brother, is that we are planning and wish to create a Edo of our dream, where the youths, where the underprivileged, where the person that cannot be spoken for anywhere will be spoken for generally with policies. So, in the long and short term of it, I want to assure you that Edo will be greater than what it is now.
My name still remains Etienne, and I'm based in Dublin, Ireland. I believe the last speaker hasn't still answered that question. He's just trying to meander it. But the question he asked is that, using Osagie Diame as a case study, and Osagie Diame actually had a dream, which by the grace of God, the God-sent family is actually making him to actualize that dream, please God. What would the government, that's what he asked, would have been able to salvage that situation, looking at the fact that he actually was picked from the street? What would the government would have done to salvage that situation? That's the question, sir.
So I would like this answer to be sent back to the first speaker.
Thank you. I want to state this today. The word government is not governor. Yes. Take note of this today. Do you know the God-sent Foundation is a government? No. Let us. You know, where we are making mistakes is this. Anywhere you find a problem, it's always a business place for others. Anywhere you find a problem in life is a business place for others. Think of a problem, I will tell you the business inside. NGO take care of a particular problem. Your NGO will not be popular if they don't tackle a particular problem that makes you popular.
Is that a government? But is the government aware of it? Talking about the government.
No, I'm saying it, what I'm saying is, yes, it's not making it friendly because you have an insensitive government. A government that is sensitive to the God made mention, that was what he said. You may not understand he must, I think, and I know he's a politician. Sure. He's very careful with words. You don't know. I am, but it's just that I'm a radical politician. I can actually talk. He answered the question, but he was very systematic. No. The question is this: in the case of Osagie Diame, the government of
where we are today.
No, sir, please let us not go into that. You know why we are not going there?
We are not arguing here.
The government of God-sent Foundation saw a problem in the society. The day if you had a sensitive government in power, the government of God's Foundation would have been invited. When he invites him, he will invest in him so that he can keep doing more. Because a government cannot, the governor cannot, his eyes are not everywhere. If he sees that this man is doing a sensitive work in the society, he will invest in him and ensure that this man is doing more. That is the question. That is the answer to that question, sir. Osagie Diame wouldn't have achieved anything meaningful in his life if not for the government of God-sent Foundation. And we recognize what they are doing because we recognize it. if we don't recognize it, I wouldn't have known the boy man called Osagie. I know that man through his foundation. Today, his foundation has made us understand that this guy is actualizing what he wants to be. Now, of course, because the APC government, if you are talking about those states, he knows that we are not in power there. When we were in power in that very place was during the Oshomole's time. When he left, a snake came in. I don't want to talk too much. Let's not go too far, please. Try to understand what I'm saying.
Mr. Man, please, I would love to know your name. My name's Askimiya, so that I can address you also by your name, sir. Alasa Ibrahimo. I believe you are from the part of Oshomole. Partly, yeah? Okay, good. You see, there was something you said that really took my attention when you said it's not about party, it's about good governance. But when I listen to all your speech, you are a pure party man. You are pure party. No, you are pure party man. That is where my question is coming. You are a pure party man. Because when you talk about antecedent, you mention Oshomole and Tinubu. Now, I want to ask you, because sometimes I don't really understand what you people call antecedent when it comes to politics in Nigeria. If a man was given 30 billion naira for a water storm project and he left that position, that job was not concluded, but rather he enriched himself, his family, and everybody around him. I don't know whether that is what you call antecedent. That's the first question. And my second question also is about Tinubu, who happens to be the president of Nigeria today. Everybody is saying Tinubu build Lagos, Tinubu build Lagos. You and I will travel to Lagos. When you travel to Lagos and you travel to the city of Dusseldorf, so what do you call now building in Lagos and in Dusseldorf? God bless you.
One of the parts I didn't like from your question is you made an unfair comparison. One comparison you made is very, very unfair. You understand? You said you travel to Lagos and come to Dusseldorf. Why would you make that kind of comparison? Because we said Tinubu build Lagos. We have not mentioned that now. One of the things that I appreciate in the life of every leader is that if you meet Edo State in the state, maybe you meet Edo State in a particular dimension, and you come in as a leader, you're able to change this thing, fix one part of it, and do this side. You talk about stormwater project, and do you know that the sitting governor has a friction with the former governor, and he said he was going to probe it, and he is the head of economic plan during that time, and he has not been able to tame the man who he said he embezzled the money. Why are you bothering yourself over it? If the man who has power to tame him is handicapped now, why do you think what you are saying now will take care of that problem? That is not that we're just trying to, what we are doing. This is like a social media. Sorry to say, it's like a social media, or I don't want to disrespect your personality. It's more like all those kind of discussion we have in a local gathering. We say person what that embezzle. No. Let us face reality, please. I said the reality of it is this. I said if we want to vote in this place now, and I made an insight of a particular person. I said we are presenting a man like that, and I present another man again. Would you like to vote somebody without a pedigree, somebody who you cannot point to one achievement he made when he had a little opportunity? Oshomole had an opportunity. You and I know that the man tried in his own capacity. You are only citing his wrong. You couldn't cite his right.
No, but government is
As an addendum to what you asked him, let me do some clarification based on your second question, because you raised two issues about Tinubu and Comrade Oshomole on water storm project. Let me throw some light about the water storm project, because I was involved and I know it. If you talk about the water storm, you have to critically know what it means, the volume and the extent that it was. The present governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, was the chairman of the economic team, as it were. He raised the bond for that project, and the project was started in good faith, and it continued, spanning through Iheya, where former Governor Bumudia was, towards 5 Junction, down to Siloko Road, down to Airport Road, taking it to the Ogba River. And the depth of it was massive. The project was about 30 billion in completion, not as it were, because people can tend to misunderstand it. And the reason why Comrade Oshomole wanted continuity for what he had by enlisting the current governor was to make sure at least something like the Waterstone project was thoroughly completed to the delight of the Edo people. Because if you used to know, or if you are aware what happened between 5 Junction, Tom Line, and the rest during rainy season, you will know that what it is now, or as at the time the governor handed over power, the Comrade Oshomole, to this present administration, was massive in creating that water storm. And the water storm has ceased in continuation by this administration, because the man felt whatever he is thinking. We don't know. The project has not continued since he took over office. So what we are saying is that if you see the massive flooding in Edo, it is based, I'm not vilifying anybody, it is based on the fact that ordinarily we can see that that water storm project has no continuation. So if people are saying 30 billion, you would have asked, if you check the books, what was expanded on it to the point the governor left office and what it would have been by today. So if you check, you will have the details. They are in the public view. Thank you.
It is between Dusseldorf and Lagos in terms of building. I believe you live in Europe also.
I just go around.
You go around. Good. You see, there's one thing you need to understand about pedigree.
Of course.
Politicians in Germany have pedigree, but politicians in Nigeria, from 1 to what number they are, they don't have pedigree.
Sure.
I give you why I said that. Yeah? You see, in this part of the world, as a politician, you must have something doing in life as a person. When Oshomole became the governor of Edo State, we all know where Oshomole was. But when he left office as a governor, we also knew where Oshomole was. Now take it back again also to Tinubu. You are looking at the little achievements that these people made while they were there. But honestly, my brother, before these people came there, probably they have like 10 million naira in their bank account.
Sure, you're right.
But when they were leaving office, they have about 5 billion naira in their bank account. True or false? And if you are here, you cannot ascertain to what I just said. Now, it means that you are one of the reasons why we are where we are today in Nigeria. God bless you. That's the true fact.
Please, I didn't want. I didn't see. Please let us die the quarrel. If you are asking a question, I want us to learn. There's a difference between a question, opinion, and conclusion.
I would say that I finished school. I don't have money to start my business. You but you know me so amount of money to start my business. I'm going to pay in 6 years' time, maybe like 2 million naira or 1 million naira. Then that will solve the problem in all states. In fact, in Edo State, for example, today you see our youth are killing themselves, having issues of courtesan because of lack of poverty. Lack of poverty, because if I'm busy, like for example in Europe, every morning 6 o'clock, I go to my work. I close 6 o'clock in the evening. I will not have time to go back to us and go to start looking for someone else. Because they said poverty leads to destroyer. So the problem is when you talk about economy, if economy must grow, it should be in the hands of the government, which for the legislature, House of Senate, or this state chairman, every other person need to support the youth. For example, we have NGO like Gosen Foundation, who are helping the helpless. Let's imagine if we don't have places like this in Edo State. First of all, let's not clap for him. First of all, he's a nice man. If we don't have somebody like this in Edo State, there could have been many kiosks. I have seen with my eyes in televisions that the way it cares for those helpless women, fatherless children, and also all those women that their husbands have gone, widowers. Okay, let's see. If we have this type of people sit in Edo State, there will be problem solved. And if the government wants to do a better something, let them be assisting the NGO and also give it the youth law to start something. Not if we give, for me, when I go to my school, I read banking and finance. When I was reading that course, I was thinking that when I go out from the
question, and the only area I want to defend is that there's an allegation. You said I did not tell you solution to combat the problem. Do you know, if you are in Nigeria now, and you just graduate today, you say you need a loan to start a business, they give you 1 million naira. Do you know after 2 months, that 1 million, you consume that 1 million? You know why? See, let me tell you something. If people are saying something, just try to understand. I said something. If you have good road, you have electricity, and you have security, a loan of 100,000 naira that looks small can take care of a lot of things. If you do not have an infrastructure in place, if I give you 1 million naira, you start buying fuel of 50,000 naira to fuel your hairdressing store, 50,000 naira every day, or let's say every month. Do you know that 50,000 naira in a year is 600,000 naira? No. Let us.
Not everybody will go to consumer of a generator. For example, if you want to help the youth, okay, all youth, I want to give you this money, go into agriculture.
The road, Oga, are you really understanding what I'm saying? How do you transport a finished a raw material from farm? Listen to me, sir. Let me tell you. Before the former governor of Edo State, I was one of the anchor person in Sobe. If I'm doing some certain arguments when it comes to, if you're talking about arguments, see, I don't like a rowdy environment. I have been privileged to speak in places, but I do not like a rowdy environment because somebody's bringing contribution. You are like throwing traction on the topic, and you bring a subject matter, you contradict yourself, you fight it. It's not done like that. You have an agricultural farm, and there is no security in your state. Esme came into your agri farm and consumed your entire product. How will you bring that same thing? That the loan I gave to you, automatically one animal has eaten it. If security is existing in your state, will you have that? No. It will not happen. And if security is in your state and you are able to get that finished product in your farm, the raw materials in your farm, and you have a good road to take it to the market, will it cost you much to take a transportation to take it to the market? It will not cost you much because the road is good. That is where I tell you, we are going to tackle it. That is why I told you something. I said, I said personally, the man that will give opportunity, the first person, I said, if I want to elect, I will elect somebody that had a little opportunity and was able to tell me that with this opportunity I have, I can do A, I can do B, I can do C. This person, if I give him a bigger opportunity, he will be able to still do A, B, and C. To tackle it, I will get the right leader in the right place that will see something that is necessary, that is good, and ensure he fix that in to ensure that for my betterment.
So that means we haven't gotten the right leaders for the past.
We have gotten the right leader. The right leader must come based on facts. Do not vote anybody based on propaganda. Don't ever boast a leader when they tell you this person is a thief, but not come and money.
Recycling, they want to say.
No, if we are recycling,
Where are we going to get somebody from?
we can never.
Are we going to get somebody sent from heaven?
Can we pick somebody? Decide you are a leader.
It could be you.
You are a leader.
You are a leader,
So,
absolutely.
do you know that if we can have a government that is sensitive, if you make this one, let's talk. If this man is the commissioner for, let's say, tourism, diaspora, commissioner for diaspora and tourism, for example, and you want to tell me that I saw this man doing this work already, and he's very proficient in that area, and I make him a commissioner in that area, do you think he will not perform? He already has an experience. Now, he has no fund, he has no resources, and he's doing it. He has the opportunity and he's doing it. And you want to make somebody that kind of position, you not take me, who have not been able to manage these people that are sitting here today. You want to make me that kind of position, and you expect me to perform the way he will perform. When you have a square peg in a square hole, you will get it right. And you don't make me the commissioner based on, they say the boy, they speak English. If the boy, you to talk, everywhere go to vibe. No, you make me a commissioner based on the fact that I haven't called a particular thing before, or I have a traces that this thing I can do it and I can do it. This man has the privilege, and you follow. Yeah.
What do you think we need right now? What's the way forward?
The way forward is this.
Is to vote at APC or PDP. That's the only way.
No, that's your conclusion.
There's no problem.
We know where he's going to. I already knew where he was going to. You should vote. Sir, the way forward is to vote an individual that has a vision and a pedigree to pilot, and that's the way forward, not a political party.
We don't want to be hearing. We don't want to be hearing name of PDP, APC. All we need to be hearing now is names. If we are talking about Deco, we are talking about Godwin, we are talking about. That's what we want to be hearing now from the beginning. Because if we are hearing APC, as I'm standing here now, I'm shaking. Because APC is my problem. The problem I'm facing now is APC. When I'm in Benin, it's PDP or Paseki. So both of them, we don't want to be hearing those names. We want just individual. Like when you said Deco now, I'm from Ovia, from Udo. When I went to go and greet, when I went to go and greet my chief in Udo, the RC of Udo, we went to go and greet him. The video is here. He was telling me a story about Deco. How Deco was campaigning and he was not supporting Deco because he had somebody he knew that was close. He was supporting that one. He didn't support Deco. And that Deco chose him as godfather, but he didn't support Deco. That he was surprised one day. They were grading the road. That's Ogbe. They were grading the road. He now asked somebody, who is grading it? They said, one man bring caterpillar. They are grading it. Oh, no problem. It's after some few days, they start tying the road. Who? They said Deco. He said, he was ashamed. Because he's the king. He has I'm speaking, it's on camera. Yeah. He has of Udo. He said they were tying the road. Somebody now told him that it's Deco that is doing it. He said he was shocked. What am I saying is this. We will not vote for party. We will be voting for individual. APC and PDP are evil. That name is evil. I don't want to stand where they are mentioning APC. I don't want to stand where they are mentioning PDP. I just want an individual person that is good.
We go even advise them to make it change team.
If you mention Deco now, if you mention that name now, you're going to sweet. Yes, if you are mentioning names.
You don't want to hear that name.
I just heard this one from the king. What I'm saying now.
Before the vote of thanks, come answer your question.
I am the best performer in the
Who
world.
wants
Yeah.
to say?
Give it to him.
Hello. I know my brother Skimming here. He has spoke well, but the problem is we have to talk about the individual that is coming in. You understand? So for me, I'm here because of Denko, and a lot of people are here because of Denko. And we have to thank everybody that's present today, because why? It's not easy to come from long journey to this place.